What's up YouTube, Gemini Johnny back again with another members only compilation of creepy TikToks to make you question everything. If you're not a member and you're watching during the live, thanks for making the premiere. If you're not watching the premiere, then thank you for being a member of the channel. Really appreciate your support. Don't forget I post every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and these Member Monday videos. So I hope to see you there. Now without further ado, let's jump right in.
Earth might be bigger than we thought. For years, people have debated over the shape of the Earth, if it is round or flat. Now, this might just all be a conspiracy, but what if the Earth had more than just 7 continents? And Antarctica was just a giant ice wall that kept us from seeing the rest of the continents? What if once you made it past the ice wall, you'll find the 20 continents that are really being hidden from us? And what if there was a map that showed this? There are theories that these continents contain prehistoric animals, aliens, and advanced civilizations, and that the 7 continents that we are living in is actually a giant farm or business owned by a small handful of families that make up the filthy rich in the real world, or in the other continents that we don't know about. That is why.
Well, that's a horrifying thought. At first I was like, that sounds kind of cool. What if there is like a whole other world out there? But I just feel like technology's gotten too good. Like I understand why the flat earth theory held weight 40, 50 years ago. But now you have like people have drones. Before too long, space travel is going to be a thing that you can just do. There's just way too many people that would know the actual answers. There's way too many scientists, geologists, weather reporting people. Meteorologist was the word I was going for there. Like all over the world, all these different countries have their own versions of these, and they would all have to be lying. One of them at some point would have uncovered something in their scientific studies and research that would have proven to them that the Earth wasn't round and we are actually being lied to. I know the people that believe it will be like, oh, people have tried. They did come forward. They got silenced. It would just be such a big lie. I don't think people would be capable of it. I really don't. I don't think humans as a whole would be capable of keeping a secret like that. I think we would have found that out a long time ago. It's fun to think about, but yeah, I don't buy it. But hey, like I promised before, someday when this channel makes me enough money, I'm gonna fund a trip to Antarctica and I will bring you the truth.
This is the scariest child's toy, and its story is truly disturbing. The evil stick wand only made headlines in 2014 after someone found what appeared to be a spooky image of a demonic figure hiding behind the shiny foil. Speculation quickly turned into controversy, which eventually led to its ban.
Strangest things found at the bottom of the ocean. This footage was recorded by deep-sea divers in 2015 and it shows a strange alien-like creature they found. The creature turned out to be a siphonophore, which is an extremely rare jellyfish-like creature that just floats around on the ocean floor. What else do you think is lurking at the bottom of the ocean that we don't know about? Follow for more.
Too much.
Megalodon is still alive. The TikToker Shark Wahlberg recently brought to light that 2 great white sharks have gone missing. And using the data from SeaWorld Shark Tracker, it shows that the missing sharks have been traveling distances at speeds that are nearly impossible for a shark of that size. Furthermore, temperature data coming from the trackers of the missing sharks are consistent with the data of creatures when they get eaten and are in the belly of other predators. So, what could have eaten a shark as large as the great white shark? This is why many people say that.
Have you ever heard of the female Dracula?
No.
Meet the Blood Countess. Elizabeth Bathory was the most prolific female serial killer of all time, killing a total of 650 young girls. Born in 1560, she was a noblewoman in actually Transylvania, which was part of Hungary at the time, and she was a woman of extreme status and wealth. From a very young age, she suffered from epilepsy and migraines and was prone to fits of rage that startled everyone around her. But when she married her husband Nadsty, another nobleman, at only the age of 14, that's where her sadism really kicked it up a notch. The two of them together would brutalize and torture their servants in ways that, for everyone around them, were really unsettling. When they were married, her husband gifted her this castle, and she actually gave him blueprints and told him to build this entire tunnel system underneath that would become her torture chambers.
That's crazy.
Together, they would torture young girls in these chambers.
One of the chamber rooms under Bathory Castle. Fake skeleton. obviously.
Till her husband finally died in 1604 of a mysterious illness that paralyzed and then killed him. But when her husband finally died, that's when she really brought her brutality to its absolute epic peak. She would torture girls by pouring them in honey and letting bees and ants eat them alive. She would throw ice water on them and then throw them out into the cold until they froze to death. She would stick needles under their fingernails, which in my opinion was... She would bite literal chunks off these girls' faces and their chest area, leading to rumors of cannibalism. And she would actually cut off body parts like their noses, their chest, and other areas. The girls that she picked were peasants from the local town that she would give promise of work and a little bit of a better life, but every single time one of them entered the castle, they completely disappeared forever. So finally, the people in town started to notice that all their daughters started going missing and they stopped sending their girls to her castle. She started reaching out to the nobles in the area, asking them to send their daughters with the promise of an education, as she was extremely highly educated, and she would prepare them for their life as a noblewoman. But just like the peasants' girls, all of these girls started going missing. Rumors around town had already started to fly, saying that she was a witch, she was sleeping with the devil, she was a vampire, because there were rumors that she was actually killing these girls and bathing in their blood. Until finally, enough people caught on and the crown noticed how many noble girls were going missing that they finally had to do something about it. In 1610, she was finally caught for her crimes, and she was sentenced to life imprisonment inside of her castle. They bricked her up in a room in her castle, and she was there until she died life imprisonment 4 years later. And that is the woman who helped inspire our modern-day Dracula.
She seemed nice. Yeah, that's gross. I mean, she obviously was just a psycho, bathing in people's blood, just killing at will. I wonder what her thing was with little girls. Like, why does she always pick girls to come up there? Guess maybe a big enough boy could probably overpower her, maybe. I don't know. Weird stuff. This goes back to my thing about every story and myth and legend. They all come from like some nugget of truth somewhere. I don't know if it's fully true across the board, but Dracula is apparently. Same in Colombia. That's normal over there. After 8 years, you leave the Well, I'm so glad they didn't show what was in that thing. I did not want to see an 8-year-old decomposed body because that is gross. I guess the point, I'm not really sure what the point, I guess they're saying in Colombia they remove the bodies after they've been buried for 8 years. I don't know what they do with them after that. Anybody from Colombia, let me know. What y'all doing with your dead bodies down there, man? But I have had that thought a lot of like, I've said it on here, there's people buried everywhere. Just because of the amount of people that there's been, the amount of animals there's bones under us right now, no matter where you're at. But you hear these things about graveyards filling up and we're running out of space to put graveyards. I know golf courses take up a lot of space. So we had the idea the other day that maybe they should just start putting golf courses on cemeteries or vice versa, just start burying people on golf courses. You can still play golf, just another hazard, you know? But I haven't really heard a good solution to like, what do we do when we start running out? Like the amount of people on the planet just keeps going up. Are we just going to have to keep opening more and more cemeteries? Or are we eventually going to have to like start doing forced cremation? There's that thing where they can turn you into a tree. That's pretty cool.
Notice the symbolism here. First, you'll see a 9-pointed star. That is the star of the world's newest religion, the religion of Baha'i, where they believe that all religions are equally good and true. A one-world religion to go with their one-world government. Next, look at the bull in front of the cross, a likely homage to the ancient Canaanite god of human sacrifice. Then we have the statement, Scientia ingenium virtus, a saying which means knowledge of immense power. Hit the link in my bio to watch the full video on the symbolism of Klaus Schwab.
Well, I don't know about the other stuff, but I mean, that lines up with like what I've always said about religion. Like none of them are inherently bad. I think all religions serve a purpose. I think a lot of people use every different religion to support their kind of, in my opinion, backwards ways of thinking and old school mindsets, and they use religion to justify that. But at their core, I don't think any of them are bad. It sounds like they kind of believe the same thing. I don't know about all that other stuff. Why is a one world government so bad? Like, I don't really like governments anyway. Doing them all separate kind of sucks. But then I guess if you only have one, there's no power balance there because they can just do whatever they want. Okay, yeah, one world government probably wouldn't be good. But like one religion that accepts all the other religions and like, hey, as long as you're a good person, I'm cool with that, you know? But yeah, I'm sure Charles Schwab has plenty of skeletons in his closet. Or maybe not. Maybe he's a good one. Maybe he's one of the good billionaires. Oh, it's Amityville Horror. Yeah, the Amityville Horror House, the DeFeo family. Tragic story. They made the movie, obviously. And yeah, maybe he was possessed, and that's why he did that to his entire family. Oh, hey, bud. You want to make an appearance today? Come here. This is Cash. Oh, he's quick. But yeah, sad stuff. The DeFeo family. The guy killed his entire family. Yeah, the Amityville Horror was inspired by that. Loosely, obviously. I don't really know how that came to be, if they just decided, oh, maybe he was possessed, and that's why he did it. I don't really know. But if you know, somebody out there might be an Amityville horror expert. I feel like my audience probably likes horror movies. There's probably a horror movie whiz out there. So let me know in the comments. Do you know any trivia about Amityville Horror? How did that story end up being on that? Let me know.
Jesus went to Canada and suffered there. The scripture says it.
I finally found a Kenneth Copeland video I like. That was good. Poor Jesus had to go to Canada. I'm just kidding. I love y'all Canadians. Y'all are chill. I don't know why you guys get so much hate. I think South Park did it.
Yo, all hands, hoist the call of fire. Heave ho, thieves.
I'm guessing that was supposed to be a joke or something. Is there a Google Earth for Mars? Is there a Google Mars? Can you like zoom down into see what the rover sees? I know that you can see pictures of what the rover has taken. Can you do like a Google Earth thing like that? That was kind of cool. But yeah, I don't think you can do that. But yeah, obviously, I think the rest of that was fake. Bonnie.
Oh my, no.
Oh, where did I go?
There's nothing there. No, I can't.
There's nothing there.
Oh God.
Oh,
Those, I don't know why those are always so creepy to me, but they're also one of the easiest things you could probably fake. You literally just take a video of yourself stomping down the stairs, take the audio from that, place it over the video of you filming the stairs when they're empty. Like, it'd be pretty easy to fake that. But for some reason, those are always really creepy.
Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. If your plane is crashing into the water, just know that flight attendants are trained to not allow any dead bodies on life rafts. That means no saving grandma for her funeral, simply yeet that bitch overboard. 1 out of every 50 women have a third nipple, and 1 out of every 100 men do too. This is known as a supernumerary nipple, and Mark Wahlberg actually has one. Harry Styles has 2. Your baby foreskin can be used as replacement skin for burn victims. That means one can quite literally be a dick face. There are corn stars born in the year 2003. That's the same year The Cat in the Hat came out. Male fetuses get boners in the womb, and these can often be seen on ultrasounds. Motherfucker.
Bro must be going through his Miley Cyrus bangers era, trying to prove to everybody he's not a kid anymore. Why'd he cuss so much in that video? He never cusses in his videos? What was up with that? But why Harry Styles got all them nipples? Bro was created in a lab or something, I swear. There's no way you can look like that and sing that good.
Don't ever touch anything. And if you do, let me know.
That right there was a warning from Lorraine Warren herself. If you don't know who Lorraine is, her, along with her husband Ed, were paranormal investigators associated with many scary and terrifying cases. One of those cases being Annabelle. In fact, if you've ever seen The Conjuring, this is Vera Farmiga who played Lorraine Warren in the movie. Get this, Lorraine died in 2019, 13 years after her husband Ed had already passed away, but they both left one of the most haunted and disturbing museums ever known to man. This museum holds some of the most demonic and possessed items that have ever been on Earth, In fact, they have to have a priest come and bless the room ever so often so that nobody will get hurt. If you ever get the chance to visit this museum, do not touch anything, and if you do, tell a priest immediately. To this day, Annabelle still sits in a glass case waiting for the next person to walk by.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, we were just talking about, you know, Amityville and all that. That kind of, I think they went to the Amityville house at some point, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they have that super interesting museum. A lot of their stuff allegedly has been exaggerated a bit from what I've heard, but you know, they brought light to a whole side of the paranormal that I've always been interested in, so I've always liked their work, even if it wasn't always all true. But yeah, definitely would love to go to their museum someday. Did Zach Bagans buy it? I know he buys up all that crap, so he might have bought that already. But yeah, I would love to go visit it. Definitely wouldn't touch anything. I'm good, but it'd be cool to visit. There was some paranormal investigative team that's on YouTube, and I saw them last October when I was doing TikToktober, my 31 Days of Reaction series. I'll link it up at the top if you want it. But while they were doing that, they did a live stream-a-thon or something until they raised a certain amount of money or something. But they did it with the Annabelle doll, and then their stream cut out when they opened the Annabelle doll case. I have a feeling it might have been faked because it seemed a little too perfect, but it was really weird. And I don't remember who that was. But interesting stuff.
Disturbing things caught on planes. Thanks to an exclusive GoPro clip, this crash was filmed from within their seats.
What we want to show you is the kind of camera it was shot on. It's called a GoPro camera, and it is a remarkable, remarkable video. Take a look.
A small passenger plane made its crash landing on the way to Hawaii, landing in the water as everyone got free and hung onto parts of the plane to keep safe. This clip gives an unparalleled point of view of an ongoing plane crash, unlike anything most people will see, without the terror of actually dealing with it.
Jeez.
This is what would happen if we dug tunnels between continents.
Up first, avoiding all the water and digging through the ground from England all the way to America would take an incredibly long time. So instead, you could make an incredibly long tube that's 3,500 miles long, and then just place it over the ocean. And then by using anchors, you would drag the tube down into the ocean around 200 feet, and then secure the tubes using wires tied to the ocean's floor. But to travel through the tube quickly, you would need to use vac trains. This system would essentially act as a vacuum that would completely take all the air out of the tube. This would allow a train to travel at incredibly high speeds due to their little to none air resistance. And the craziest part is, these trains would be traveling at 1,500 miles per hour. So what do you think? Could this happen in the near future, or is it impossible?
I think I don't want to be the first set of passengers on that damn thing. I can tell you that much. Yeah, y'all have fun in your freaking tube tomb.
We need to talk about Lake Mead because since May, 5 different bodies have washed ashore in the lake. Lake Mead is a massive man-made reservoir outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's been suffering from a historic drought lately, so lots of things have been appearing out of the lake, like old boats and yes, bodies. In fact, officials and experts estimate that there could be hundreds of bodies in Lake Mead waiting to be found. And to date, only 1 set of remains out of the 5 that washed up has been identified. And they belong to a boater who drowned nearly 2 decades ago. But what really made this story crazy is that one of the sets of remains was found inside of a barrel with a gunshot wound to the head, which means they were murdered and dumped there, probably by the Las Vegas mob. And others have even theorized that the Chicago mob has ties to some of these bodies and these murders. Obviously, there's a lot more to this story, so if you want to watch the documentary I just made about Lake Mead, where I visited the lake and spent the night there, it's super crazy, head to my YouTube channel. The link is in my...
Dang, that's crazy. Stay away from Lake Mead, stay away from the mob, stay away from Vegas. Nah, Vegas is cool. Just, you know, don't do anything that's gonna find yourself winding up in Lake Mead, which is probably not even where they put bodies anymore, to be fair, because they're finding them now. So probably not dumping things there anymore. And it's drying out, so probably better places to do it. There you have it, Gem Crew. That is another day of creepy TikToks in the books. We did it, we done it, we're doing it some more. You know the drill. Like before you get out of here, leave a comment, let me know which video was your favorite. Don't forget, I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 4:15 p.m. PST. And for my lovely members of the channel, you all know you get an extra Member Mondays video. And by the way, if you ever want me to switch this up and do like an extra conspiracy video for the week, or maybe an extra reading story for you guys for the week, if you ever want me to change up the Member Mondays video, let me know. Or if you have a suggestion, something you'd like to see, let me know in the comments. All right, gems, you're the best. And until next time, stay creepy.